What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Money Grand National Series here on Fox Sports 1. We are at Dover International Raceway here in Dover, Delaware, getting ready to kick things off once again with the Grand National Series. I am finally back on YouTube, and I am excited. I can't wait to get these races out the way, because after this race there is Texas, and then after Texas we're headed to Talladega Superspeedway. So a good 3 races, an exciting 3 races to come up next here on the channel, for at least for this series. And then I'll have to work on some videos for every other division as well. Well, I have the past series completed by now, and this is gonna be a wild season for that one. I can tell you all that right now. It's going to be a crazy season in the past series. But man, anyway, it's time to focus. Denny Hamlin's your pole sitter with the 15 of Paul Menard starting to his outside. The 5 of Kyle Busch starting P3. And the 2 of Clint Boyer starting to his outside. Tony Stewart rounds out the top 5. And the green flag is in the air. And down into 1 and 2 for the first time. Hamlin with a good jump clears the outside. Menard falling way back. He's going to try to get the run off turn 2 to clear, or stay ahead, I should say, of Tony Stewart. He does. Kyle Busch works his way up into 2nd place now. Busch right behind Hamlin in that number 5 car. Going to try to make a move on him and take that lead away from the 20. Meanwhile, further back, just outside the top 10 or top 5, the 87 of Joe Nemechek is working his way up through the field. As you see, the 26 of Todd Cleaver having a great start so far here today. Nemechek clears, but now here comes the 06 of Mark Martin underneath him. Further back, they are 3 wide, and there's a huge pack of cars right here. They're all going 3 and double file. Oh, trouble! Contact up in the outside wall is the 88 and the 28. They're gonna save it. Lots of cars stacking up back there, but we are gonna stay green here. Shane Huffman and Nicholas Johnson. I gotta brush back up on these names. It's been a while. It's the last time I've said any of these names. Man, that could have been really bad, as you saw him get hooked there, but luckily the bumper hooking stopped and they were able to sort themselves out before hitting the wall, so they didn't hit it too hard head on. Oh, the 9 of Chase Miller on pit road having some sort of issue with that car, so that's very unfortunate for him. Hamlin continues to lead. Menard is back up to 2nd. Here comes Tony Stewart to 3rd as Kyle Busch seems to be falling back. Clint Boyer has a run off turn 2. He's going to try to get underneath that 5 car as well, and he does. Drives in there right behind the 33 car. He's going to follow through. Back starting to get single file, so we'll go ahead and go for a quick break here. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Money Grand National Series on FS1. Paul Menard is your new leader. Took the lead over the break and is looking to run away with it here. Seems to have done a great job saving those tires and is now in a good position here to make some hay. 33 of Stewart now under pressure from Kyle Busch. We saw him falling back earlier. Busch has now seemed to have found something in that 5 car. Maybe he got into a pretty good rhythm, and he's rolling once again, putting some pressure on that 33 car. Behind them, side by side, for the top 5 is Clint Boyer and Mark Martin battle for it. Todd Cleaver right behind them. I might need to add some grip to this track. Anyways, sorry, just thinking to myself out loud here. We're gonna go ahead, jump through, just save some time. If we all know how this is going to play out. Oh, but now we got some lap traffic, so that might shake things up. Lap traffic spicing things up here from Dover. And oh boy, 3 wide underneath the lap car. It's the 0 of Eric McClure. Oh boy, they're gonna make it work. Just squeezing through. Mark Martin tried to get underneath, or tried to stay underneath, couldn't quite. Menard got too big of a run on exit. Still side by side coming off turn 2. The 03 of top line among many other cars in this pack. Shane Howard gonna get put a lap down. Brad Coleman right behind Bodine, and there's a bit of a break between lap cars. Trying to get my camera on Martin. There we go. Side by side in front of your leader. That's going to allow Martin to close in. Martin dives back down to the bottom. Going to try it again here. But now he's trapped in behind a bunch of lap cars on the bottom lane. Menard's going to roll the top and get past some of them here. Martin's now stuck. Here comes Tony Stewart to the outside. Stewart going to try to make that top line work and get by Martin here. Can Martin do anything about it? No. Or can Stewart do anything with it? No, he can't. Here comes Menard underneath another one. That's the 88 of Huffman. Now he's boxed in. Todd Bodine right in front of him. There's nowhere for him to go. And they're side by side in front of the leader, battling for position, so they can't just roll over for him. This is going to allow Stewart and Martin back into the mix. Where are they going to go? Here comes Menard underneath. He's finally going to get by the 03 of Todd Bodine. Brad Coleman, who raced in the past series last season. Now a rookie here in the Money Grand National Series. Looking to stay on the lead lap. Doesn't look like he will. But he did put some distance between he and the rest of those cars there. It's just not enough. We're going to take another break. We'll be right back after this. Alright. So Menard is falling back as he's stuck behind some lap cars. Mark Martin takes the lead, and Tony Stewart trying to sneak through as well. So the further you work your way through the pack, the harder it's going to be to put some of these guys a lap down. And it seems that will be the case here. Drivers find themselves struggling to get by lap cars as the race goes on. You see Menard underneath the 12 of Ryan Newman, putting Newman a lap down. Whoops. Mark Martin's catching a couple more. He'll lead the funny lap here. It looks like he'll lead us all the way home. 10 laps to go from Dover. He's got a huge lead here. 3 seconds. Nowhere for Stewart to go. He's got a lap car pinching him down, holding him low. Tires are extremely worn out at this point, as you can see by just how slowly these guys are taking it around this track. They're all just trying to make it to the end here. Mark Martin picks off another one.
Brad Keselowski, not Brian Keselowski. Brian's still racing in the past series this season. His younger brother Brad driving a 23 car here today, I think. Trying to see. Yep, that says Brad. Sorry, I was distracted. Martin. He's been a little quieter lately in the MG Cup series. His time with Jack Roush and his team seems to be coming to an end. Or seems to, yeah. As David Reagan is no longer, or David Reagan is now driving that 6 car, but Martin still with Roush driving the Grand National cars on a part-time basis here. He's looking to collect some more checkered flags for Jack Roush and his team. Looks like he will here today. Roush Racing, the 06 car in a Grand National Series. 2 laps to go. Mark Martin, dominant in the second half of this race. Once he got to the lead, he got out and never looked back. And now through 3 and 4, looking to take the white flag here one more time around for Mark Martin. Just gonna stay smooth here. Slow and steady through 3 and 4. No need to try and put Brett Rowe a lap down here. He's gonna cruise right behind him. And off turn 4, Mark Martin takes the checkered flag. He wins from Dover. A quiet victory, but a dominant one at the same time. That is gonna do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Hope to see y'all next time, and until then, peace.